Hello everyone, welcome to Aasaan Services. Today we'll be talking about the inventory module in Aasaan ERP Lite. As we all know, managing an inventory is one of the most crucial aspects of any businesses, right? It can either make or even break your efficiency. Whether you are handling raw materials, finished products, services, or maintaining accurate record and ensuring smooth warehouse operations, this all can be done only if a proper inventory is maintained. Without a proper inventory system, businesses mostly seen that they are facing losses, financial losses, even stock shortages, overstocking, and mismanagement of resources. That's where ERP comes in. So in this video, I will walk you through our inventory module and show you how efficient it is and how easy it is to use. So let's dive in. So first of all, let's go to the left-hand menu where you can see the inventory. As you click on it, you can see different sections. First of all, let's go to item group and let me show you what you can do in item groups. So suppose you are a motor vehicle manufacturer, right? Like automobiles and stuff, cars and bikes and stuff. So there you can create different categories of your vehicles that you manufacture, right? Suppose I already created a category of two-wheeler, then a category of four-wheeler. Now let's see how to create a new group. So first of all, we will click on the add button. As it loads, you can see first thing you need to give is the name. So since we already have a four-wheeler and a two-wheeler, so let's try entering three-wheeler. And then you can mention anything here, as per your requirement. Then you can click on submit. Once you click on submit, so the show page will load, and then you can head back by clicking on the list, or you can update directly from here if you did any mistake and want to update, or you can directly add a new one from here. So for now, let's head back to the list. So now we are back to the list. So you can see the three-wheeler has been added, and there are other buttons in this page, such as the filter button, using which you can filter out any group if you want to search it. And you suppose you have a big list and then you want to search some certain group that you want, then you can just use the filter and search it. And there is the reset button, using which you can reset the table without resetting the whole page. So now next section, let's move on to the items and services. So in items and services, you will see the list of the items that you will be selling or the services you'll be providing. So in order to add a new item or service, first thing we'll do is click on the add button. As you click on it, the form will load up where we'll put a name, suppose tricycle, and then we'll select the group. Let's select the three-wheeler group because say it's a tricycle have three wheels and we just created this group. So let's select it. Then we'll add the tax rate at which the tax will be calculated for this certain item. Then we'll select an item code. Suppose this is the code, and then an HSN code. Suppose this is the code. Then also you will enter a unit of measurement. These are not mandatory, but for your convenience, you can add it. Suppose you will calculate the tricycle in pieces, right? So such as that, and then I'll just put on some amounts for this fields. Selling amount, suppose we'll sell it in 7,000. And we purchased it on 3,500, and we can sell it in wholesale at 4,000 something. And then you can also upload a image of that item and stuff from here. You can put remarks and etc. And also there is an option of not maintaining the inventory. This comes handy in places like when you have an extra charge to add and stuff. I'll explain it once I explain you the whole module. So first of all, let's just submit it for now. Once we click on submit, you will be shown the details page where all the details that you have filled just now will be shown. Then from here you can also edit, add, and go back to the list, or you can also upload documents or any photos with respect to this certain item. So let's head back to the list for now. So now we're back to the list, and you can see the tricycle has been added. Also, beside the add new button, there are some other buttons in this page, such as the import button. The import button is helpful when you want to enter lots of your items together, right? Because doing it one by one is a real headache. So you can just click on it and you will see a certain template. Similar to that template, you will enter your items in the Excel sheet, then import, then choose it and then submit it. And as you do that, it will be imported and you can see it on the list. And there are some other buttons such as the filter button, using which you can filter out whichever item you want to look for. Then there is the reset table button, which will reset your table in case you search something and then you reset it back. Then there is the report generation button, using which you can generate a certain report of all the items that you have. You can also use the filter button and generate certain report of certain items only and stuff. And that's all for this section. And let's head on to the stock balance section. So now we're at the stock balance section, where you can see all the items that you have added and their current stock. You can also see the buttons such as the import button, the filter button, and the report generation button, similar to the items and services. Then if you want to add stock for this certain item, you can just click on the add button. And as the page loads, you can see that we have been directed to the stocks ledger section, where you will see all the stock input and output you have entered previously. And then there is also the filter option and the report generation option here to filter out anything you want to look for. Then in here, if you just click on the add button, so as the page loads up, you can see that the first thing you have to fill in this form is the warehouse, where you're going to store the item, and then give any batch number, then select what type of good you want to store in that warehouse, then transaction time, narration. These are not mandatory fields. Then you just select the item that you want to add stock of, and we just select, give any serial number, then select the items, number of items you want to add. Suppose we selected 5, we entered 5, then we just click on submit. Then as we submit, you will be directed to the show page, where you can see all the details you have entered. And from here, you can also directly add stock or print anything necessary, or you can just go back to the list. So from here, you will see that we just entered stock of tricycle 5 items. So this will be shown here. And since while we're adding the stock, you could see that I selected the warehouse as Aasaan warehouse, right? So suppose you want to add your own warehouse, we just go to the warehouse section. And as it's load, you can see that the list is here, where you can see Aasaan warehouse. So suppose you want to enter a new warehouse as per your requirement, you just click on the add button. Now as you see, the form will load up. Here you just have to enter the warehouse name, suppose a test warehouse, and then you have to enter other mandatory fields, so such as like, do you want this warehouse to be enabled or not. And also you need to enter the country in where the warehouse is, and also the state. Suppose I'll enter in Gujarat for now. Then we just click on save. You can see that it has been saved, and from here you can just click on print or edit or add new warehouse, or you can just go back to the list. So now we are back to the list, and as I have shown you how to add the group, the items, all the stocks and warehouses, now I'll show you how it's useful in long term and how efficient it is in ERP Lite. Suppose you will make a bill, a sales invoice. So for that, we'll just click on the sales invoice section. And as the page loads up, you'll see the add button, right? As you click on the add button, you will be directed to the form where you can create an invoice. Suppose we select an existing account, and then you can select any date, and then the item we just added. So once we select the item and enter the number of items, suppose we're selling 3 items, it will automatically take the amount that we have added previously. And then if we just click on generate, so the bill is generated, and here you can see that there is a perform inventory operation. So what happens on clicking this button is that the inventory will be automatically deducted the number of items you have sold. Like 3 items we just added here in the bill. So if you just click on perform inventory operation and click on yes, submit, and wait for a while, it will process, and you can see that it's done. Now if we head back to the inventory again and check the stock ledger, you can see that the item we just made invoice of is have a stock out of 3 items. So if we go back to the stock balance and check it over there, you will see there the tricycle have currently only 2 items left. So this is really helpful and very easy to manage, and the whole system is linked with the inventory, so it will never create any confusion or anything. So that's it for today. I hope you all understood what I was trying to explain, and if there is any confusion or any doubts, please mention it in the comments. And thank you for watching the video.